Horrific scenes here from over the weekend. Now the top leader of Arkansas calling for action against hate crimes after multiple mass shootings this weekend. I'm Jennifer Piñate. Thanks for joining us tonight on KNWA. We'll check in live with Chad Mira later in the show. KNWA's Clarissa Bustamante joins us now in studio. And Clarissa, you spoke with both the governor and the attorney general today. What was their consensus on stopping hate crimes?
Well, Jennifer, the lawmakers have both expressed their disdain for white supremacy and violence stemming from hate. And now Governor Asa Hutchinson is pushing for legislation that will allow law enforcement to come down harder on those committing hate crimes.
White nationalism has absolutely no place in the natural state and absolutely no place in America.
After one of the mass shootings over the weekend was found to be linked to white supremacy, Arkansas Attorney General Leslie Rutledge is calling Arkansans to action.
Anyone who feels unsafe, whether African Americans, Latinos, any Arkansans, any Americans, if you feel unsafe, let us in law enforcement know. We want to work with you. If you see something, say something.
At the Arkansas Sheriff's Association Summer Conference, Governor Asa Hutchinson announced he's also taking action.
People should not be targeted for who they are.
He's pushing to enhance the penalty for crimes targeted at people for their race, religion, ethnicity, or sexual orientation.
Arkansas needs to pass this legislation to send the strongest signal possible that we're not going to tolerate that type of hate.
Aside from hate crimes legislation, Hutchinson acknowledges the fact that some lawmakers are pushing for red flag laws.
It still remains a challenge to be able to have the type of legislation that protects due process rights, constitutional rights, but at the same time is able to take a firearm away from somebody that clearly poses a great risk to themselves or have threatened others.
The governor says he has yet to see a law he can sign on to, but will work to find a consensus. He also mentions one of 3 mass shooters have some sort of mental health issue, emphasizing the importance of the state's crisis stabilization centers.
Our county jails are backed up. Our criminal justice system is crowded. The crisis stabilization unit allows a law enforcement officer to divert someone with a serious mental challenge over to a stabilization unit to get the mental health services they need.
He says there's no better time than now to make the natural state a safer place.
With the level of challenge that we see with acts of hate, with violent acts of hate in our society, it's time that we did this.
Right now, there are 3 operating crisis stabilization centers in the state, and that's in Fort Smith, Northwest Arkansas, and Pulaski County. The 4th will open in September in the Jonesboro area. Live in studio, Clarissa Bustamante, KNWA, Northwest Arkansas News.
The governor also announcing today millions of dollars in grant money to expand broadband in the state. The Arkansas Rural Connect grant money is a $25 million plan. Back on July 23rd, Governor Hutchinson established the Arkansas State Broadband Office. The goal of the grant program is to provide high-speed broadband to rural communities across the state by 2022.
This is the first time in history that state resources will have been devoted to the expansion of broadband, high-speed internet in our state. We'll have to have legislative approval for this, but I expect broad support for this initiative.
The Arkansas Rural Connect program will give out grants to communities of at least 500 people so they can expand their broadband. On you at 6, a federal judge says 3 Arkansas abortion restrictions she temporarily blocked will remain on hold while she considers a lawsuit challenging them. Today, U.S. Judge Christine Baker granted a preliminary injunction blocking the restrictions. Last month, Baker blocked the laws, but that ruling was set to expire late tonight. The laws include a measure prohibiting the procedure 18 weeks into pregnancy and a law prohibiting doctors from performing an abortion if it's being sought because the fetus was diagnosed with Down syndrome. A city committee wants Springdale to be recognized as a pro-life city, and it's the first in Northwest Arkansas to do so. KNWA's Crystal Martinez live in studio. And Crystal, what does this mean for the town?
Jennifer, according to Mayor Doug Sprouse, this resolution you see here is the city stating their position that even the unborn have a right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Mayor Sprouse says the resolution was brought to the table by Councilmember Colby Fulfer. The committee unanimously approved the statement proclaiming Springdale a pro-life city. This comes nearly 2 weeks after the Fayetteville Planned Parenthood closed its doors. Sprouse says no one from the organization has approached him directly about opening a facility there, but he has heard talks about the possibility.
If we have support for this resolution and can put something out just stating the city's preference and city's position, then and encourage them to look elsewhere. If you know, respectfully ask them to look elsewhere if they are considering a location in Springdale.
Sprouse says this doesn't go against any state or federal laws and wouldn't prohibit Planned Parenthood from opening a clinic there. The council will vote on the measure during its meeting a week from today. And Planned Parenthood tells us their efforts to get a clinic in Northwest Arkansas haven't stopped. They'll announce when they plan to reopen on their website. Live in studio, Crystal Martinez, KNWA Northwest Arkansas News.
Male-dominated professions like the fire service continue to face a significant gender gap. Many departments started hiring women decades ago, but it's still rare to find more than one woman at a department. In fact, less than 4% of firefighters nationwide are women. And while times are changing, some people still say the firehouse is no place for a female.
I guess I just don't really care what they think because, you know, I'm still going to do this job and I do it well. And I just have to know that I do everything that I can to be good at my job.
In the first report of a two-part series on women in the fire service, our Caitlin Zollner shows us how a pair of local firefighters are paving the way for more women to join that field. You can watch that report tonight right here on KNWA. Which Razorback is already on the hot seat this off-season. Plus, the Benton County Fair is officially underway. We'll check in live with our Chad Mira as your KNWA News at 6 continues. But first, how's it looking out there? A little muggy. Are we expecting rain tonight, Dan?
Yeah, so far it's I would say more than mild. It's downright hot and muggy, but we do have a complex of storms, as you can see behind me, that is tracking towards Benton County. I'll have the latest future radar and if it will hold together coming up in the forecast next.
You're watching KNWA News at 6 with Jennifer Pignate, Chad Mira, Chief Meteorologist Dan Scott, and your Pigtrail Nation report with Drew Ammon. Closed captioning is sponsored by Air Control. Lewis Automotive Group is proud to sponsor KNWA Northwest Arkansas News.
Looking for the largest selection at the lowest prices, guaranteed? Then Furniture Row's 4-day super sale is for you. For only 4 days, the more you buy, the more you save. Choose from living, dining, bedroom, and mattresses. And save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. No limit. Plus, shop smart with our 5 years no-interest financing. The 4-day super sale, only at Furniture Row. Hurry, sale ends Monday.
1940s, Las Vegas, Nevada. A small desert community emerged. As the city grew, people traveled from around the world to experience what was to become the entertainment capital of the world.
Times have changed. Today, there is a place you can experience the same excitement just a short drive away. Why are people choosing to play at Downstream? To win. Downstream Casino Resort. Experience of Las Vegas, only better. Better odds to win.
Summer's not stopping or slowing down. So take advantage of all of summer's opportunities with our limited time offers while you still can. Hurry into the Acura Summer Performance event going on now.
Visit Acura Fayetteville for attractive offers on the RDX.
Tonight,
you have an amazing talent.
One act Jay Leno will never forget.
I feel like I'm a witness to something extremely special.
AGT, tonight on NBC. Tonight, it's a fight of the funny, as half the acts will go home.
You know how humbling it is to try on a pair of jeans from high school and find out that your calf is the size of what your thighs used to be?
Bring the funny, tonight on NBC.
You're watching KNWA News at 6.
It is officially fair season and happening now. The 115th annual Benton County Fair in full swing. That's where we find our very own Chad Mira. Chad, you've made it to the food. What's on your list to try?
Hey Jennifer, yeah, we're actually trying to cool off. Got myself a lemonade here, and you can look around. You see all the food vendors out here have a lemonade, a limeade. We've seen snow cones, ice cream, so they understand. It's summertime, it's hot out here, but lots of great food to choose from. There's some interesting options too. You have funnel cakes, but 10 over here has Reese's funnel cakes, Oreos funnel cakes. There's also a deep fried Snickers bar, and alligator on a stick. So depending how adventurous you are, you can try it all. It's all up to you. Now, some important information to get to before we wrap up out here for the day. The fair, they run every day this week through Saturday, 9 a.m. until 10, but then Friday and Saturday, they're actually open an extra hour till 11. And of note, Friday and Saturday, first time ever at the fair here, where they're going to sell alcohol. So you can come out, enjoy an adult beverage, and then catch the show, the main arena on Saturday. They're doing barrel racing. Going to be a ton of fun. Reporting live in Benton County, Chad Mira, KNWA Northwest Arkansas News.
Now, your Weather Authority forecast with Chief Meteorologist Dan Scott.
Thank you, Chad. You can definitely see the heat out there, and I was just staring at that lemonade. I was like, oh, that would be so refreshing right about now. Hey, if you're going to the Benton County Fair over the next 3 days, make sure you have the rain gear handy. Also, download our Weather Authority app. There are going to be multiple times where we will see shower and thunderstorm chances. It's not going to rain the entire time, and there'll be times where there's breaks in the rain, and we're going to highlight that as we move throughout the next 3 days. Let's talk about the forecast. First of all, with the heat and humidity, these storms can pop up rapidly, and that's what happened south of Fort Scott, north of Pittsburgh. Notice how this storm complex is dropping south. So you'll notice how it's over Pittsburgh, north of Joplin. The severe thunderstorm warning has expired, but you can see the rain just to the southwest of Nevada, northeast of Independence. Now, this is working its way to the southeast, and what's interesting is the models really don't have a handle. Even the most updated, the most high resolution, what we call the HRRR, doesn't have the thunderstorm activity west of Pittsburgh. If, and this is a big if, it holds together, it'll make its way into parts of Benton County, and it'll start moving into our area around 8 o'clock. That's a little about 2 hours away. So Siloam Springs, just about 2 hours as it moves to the south at about 40 miles an hour. Now, the future track doesn't even have the storm in southeast Kansas. It has it in southwest Missouri. So this is showing that it's already in the wrong location, and then it just completely evaporates that. I mean, that's possible, but I don't think that's going to happen looking at the heat and humidity that we have right now. Well, of course, when we get closer to sunset tonight, the daytime heating will be lost, and we'll start to lose that extra oomph, which forms the showers and storms. That's the technical term, by the way. Notice the heat advisory that's in the River Valley. That is for tomorrow. It expires tonight at 8. Another one tomorrow from noon to 8. There's a big complex of storms to the north. No severe weather is expected tonight, but tomorrow, Wednesday, we've got a marginal threat for severe weather. And there's also the potential for heavy rain. The atmosphere, as you know, is loaded with moisture. You can feel the humidity out there. So not only tomorrow, but also Thursday and Friday morning, we see that potential for heavy rain. But there's a little uncertainty as to exactly where that bullseye will be. But it does look like eastern Kansas, southwest Missouri, and even parts of northwest Arkansas get quite a bit of thunderstorm activity. Now, that's the thunderstorms that are dropping south. It's going to start to bring some cloud cover. We talked a little bit more about that because that's the immediate short term, and that's a little more certain. Here's this complex of storms that drops south throughout the afternoon tomorrow, moves in about lunchtime, and then moves out. Now, that cloud cover will cool us off a little bit, but before that storm rolls in, we will see additional shower and thunderstorm activity. So I had to alter the forecast, if you will, call an audible, since it is beginning to get to football season. We talked a lot more about that complex of storms to the north, because honestly, that might affect some people here as we head into the evening hours. So we'll be watching it. I sent a new update on our Weather Authority app. Make sure you download that. We'll keep you up to date with all the latest changing weather, and it will be changing.
Yeah, the rest of the week looks so active.
Yeah, it will be.
All right.
Northwest flow, you got to know.
You just got to know.
Yep.
All right, Dan, thanks so much. You mentioned football.
Yeah.
Drew Ammon joining us now from the Big Turn Nation set, of course, talking football.
Yeah, I'm seriously straight up about this. I'm not just going out there to practice in the morning, just get a little sun. I seriously am working.
Are you trying to get a tan, get a little darker?
I was thinking about that today, and I was like, really, I want to see some football and see what's going on in practice. And, of course, the Hogs hope to get a big lift from Jamario Bell this season. Plus, C.J. O'Grady not making strides Arkansas expected in this fall camp. We'll hear from Chad Morris about that. It's after this in Big Trail Nation.
You First Banking at First National Bank with locations in Rogers, Bentonville, Springdale, Johnson, and Fayetteville.
Ashley Home Store's sale and clearance event is going on now. Save up to 60% off closeout items store-wide. Don't miss amazing deals like this dining set for only $199. Plus, save up to $1,000 off your purchase. Only at Ashley Home Store.
When a bear is chasing you, you take off faster than a toupee in a fan factory. Move that fast to the Ford Hurry Up and Save sales event, where for the first time ever, get 20% estimated savings on select Ford SUVs. Plus, earn complimentary maintenance through Ford Pass Rewards. Word to the wise, don't get left behind, because missing this deal on the SUV's #1 in brand loyalty will come back to bite you. Get in or lose out on 20% estimated savings on select Ford SUVs. Plus, earn complimentary maintenance through Ford Pass Rewards.
When you join FAC this August, you'll receive $50 off your enrollment fee. Come sign up for lessons with our tennis pros. Come get back in shape with our personal trainers. You could even sign the kids up for some fun in the sun with our summer swim lessons. So don't wait. Join FAC today.
I was shocked when I walked into FAC because it had everything I needed and more. FAC literally has it all.
Come see the new and improved Fayetteville Athletic Club. Trust me, you're going to want to see this.
Lewis Automotive Group in Northwest Arkansas for over 70 years. Visit our website to view current inventory and specials.
Magenta. Magenta! Magenta! Magenta!
The new Epson Eco Tank. No more cartridges, just lots of ink. Print whatever makes you happy. The Epson Eco Tank.
Just feeling chill.
It's Ashley Home Store's sale and clearance event. For a limited time only, save up to 60% off clearance and closeout items store-wide. Or pay 0% interest for 5 full years. Don't miss the sale and clearance event going on now at Ashley Home Store.
Now, from Fayetteville, high on the hill, this is your Big Trail Nation Report. Sponsored by Crane Automotive Team.
Listening to Chad Morris after today's practice, this is not the vibe you want to get from your top tight end, one that is on the Mackey Award watch list. C.J. O'Grady, someone who has the potential to pick up all SEC honors, isn't doing what a senior standout needs to do 4 practices into fall camp. Yeah, O'Grady led Arkansas with 6 touchdown catches as a junior, but Morris says all the great players he has ever coached have been held to a higher standard and embraced that situation.
Well, I mean, he's working a little bit with the 3rd unit right now. So we'll see. He's getting some first unit too. You know, we got a standard that we set we're going to play at, and you do that, then you'll be running with the group you want to run with. That's kind of where we're at with CJ. And CJ is a senior, and CJ's got to decide if this is exactly what he wants to do. You know, he's one of the best football players in the country, and we're going to treat him that way.
Let's go to the defense now. Jamario Bell had a really good spring, according to Razorback coaches. Now it is time to see if it carries over in his senior year. Size and athleticism jumping off the page when you talk about this Junction City native. He's 6'5", 265, but consider his journey. He started at defensive end, moved to tight end, outside linebacker, then defensive end again. Along the way, suffering a major foot injury. Morris emphasized how much the Razorbacks need from Gabe Richardson, Dorian Gerald, and Bell.
We've challenged him. I know Coach Caldwell's challenged him, and you know, for what we've seen this summer, and he's met the challenge, and so he's had a really good 4 days. You know, we just need we need some production out of that position and him.
My teammates, they've pushed me and they've helped me a lot. You know, just constant prayer and just my coach, him just believing in me. I just think that, you know, I'm just trying to get better every day. That's my goal, just to get better every day and be the best player I can be.
Much more on hogville.net. The speaker list released for the Little Rock Touchdown Club, again, very impressive. Herschel Walker and Dan Hampton, just to name a few, set to make an appearance. Another big name on the calendar, Urban Meyer, October 7th. Former Arkansas head coach Houston Nutt will head to the capital city as well. 16th anniversary for the club this year. Another attention getter, Florida Razorback head coach Bobby Petrino, visiting in September.
He last spoke to our club 8 years ago, 2011. So I thought it was time to get him back. His last 2 seasons as a head coach, he led Arkansas to the BCS Sugar Bowl and the Cotton Bowl with a record of 22-5. September 9th, Bobby Petrino comes back to the Little Rock touchdown club.
Notables: Chad Morris, August 20th. Mark Richt, the former Georgia and Miami head coach, September 3rd. Petrino, as Basil mentioned, September 9th. Bill Snyder, September 30th. And as I mentioned earlier, Urban Meyer, October 7th. To hoops, now the Hogs will look for payback when they visit Western Kentucky next season. Although Eric Musselman had nothing to do with Arkansas's loss to the Hilltoppers last year, WKU left Bud Walton Arena with a 78-77 win last December. The date for the game between the Hogs and Tops at Ditto Arena next season, December 7th. It is the second of a 2-game deal between the schools in an SEC Conference USA matchup. That'll do it for sports here at the Picture All Nation, but we have some more news that's coming up. It's right after this.
Park Hill Clinic, specializing in total health care for women for over 50 years.
Save up to 70% on the top names during FFO Home's $1 Million Mattress Markdown. We're emptying our warehouses, and you'll save like never before on trusted nationally known brands. At these amazing discounts, they'll sell out fast. Whatever size you're needing, twin, full, queen, or king, you won't find a better deal anywhere. And we're also offering outstanding savings on power lift bases, huge reductions, and up to 60 months no-interest financing during FFO Home's $1 Million Mattress Markdown. Take yours home today.
It's back to school time at Pigtails and Crew Cuts. Come in for the best haircuts, hair accessories, ear piercing, and gifts galore. At Pigtails and Crew Cuts, we love our customers. See you soon.
Got land? Let's build. At Southwest Homes, we make it easy.
Prior to Southwest Homes, we visited with about 17 different home builders. We went with Southwest Homes because they helped us to understand the home building process.
They were with us through the whole step of the way, which has meant a lot to us.
They came out and they just took care of us. We knew this was going to be a lifetime investment. We were making sure who we could trust and go with.
Are you experiencing numbness and tingling in your hands and feet? Burning sensations in your arms and legs? Finally, a cutting-edge program now in this area with a natural solution. Utilizing NASA-inspired technology, a non-surgical treatment successfully treats peripheral neuropathy, focusing on helping your nerves to heal, not just mask the pain. Doesn't require numerous trips to doctor's office or bags of prescription drugs. Get the relief you so desperately need. Call Dr. Freeman at 479-751-0190.
Female firefighters. They make up 4% of the fire service. KNWA talks to local women who are paving the way and breaking barriers in this special 2-part report. Watch tonight on KNWA News at 10.
Next DT, we're with Melissa McCarthy and Tiffany Haddish.
It's like a Shakespearean sonnet, isn't it?
Breaking down their big screen fight club. Next DT.
Right here on KNWA.
As authorities try to prevent the next mass shooting, many are asking what can be done about hateful extremist writings on the internet. The president has called on law enforcement and media companies to do more to police internet hate speech. But is that even possible? KNWA's Trevor Shirley reports that oftentimes very little can be done about what's written and posted online.
Online hate speech is like the wildfire of the internet. Easy to see, but almost impossible to contain.
Online hate is bigger than any individual platform, and we need a new way of looking at how it spreads across different platforms.
Data scientist Reese Leahy studies online hate speech, in particular how it spreads. She compares controlling it to breaking a piece of glass.
The big pieces, when you're picking it up, those are like the big platforms. They're easy to work with. The ones that are problematic are the little shards that you might step on later.
Shards, she says, like 8chan, a forum where the alleged El Paso shooter reportedly posted a racist manifesto minutes before his massacre. On Monday, the president called on social media companies and law enforcement to crack down on internet hate speech. But free speech advocates say not so fast.
Most of the very offensive speech that people see online is constitutionally protected.
The Cato Institute's Matthew Feeney says censorship by the government is a slippery slope.
The vast majority of creepy weirdos don't turn out to be mass shooters, so I worry that the policing of the web will lead to over-enforcement and false positives.
And shutting down a site like 8chan may not make a difference. Leahy says immediately after the shooting, online posters were already looking ahead.
In the same 8chan thread where the shooter posted his manifesto, someone asked, so when this place gets shut down, where are we all going next?
In Washington, Trevor Shirley, KNWA Northwest Arkansas News.
Bud Anderson Home Services, your one-stop shop for home comfort.
Natural beauty, personal generosity, real community, and new growth. Mercy is helping build Arkansas because for over 150 years, it's been our home too. Mercy, one of the nation's top 5 large healthcare systems. To find out more, visit mercy.net/grow.
Country music superstar Thomas Rhett is turning up the heat. Very Hot Summer Tour 2019, August 15th, Walmart Amp in Northwest Arkansas. Thomas Rhett with special guests Dustin Lynch, Russell Dickerson, and Rhett Akins. Tickets on sale now at amptickets.com. Don't miss Thomas Rhett on the VHS Tour 2019.
Let's get down to business. The business of family time and downtime and you time and forgetting what time it is altogether. Modernized Comfort Inns and Suites have been refreshed because when your business is making time, our business is you. Get the lowest price guaranteed on all Choice Hotels when you book direct at choicehotels.com.
I'm a concrete mason. I had severe fatigue, became diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma.
He was a good candidate for immune therapy, which is allowing his immune system to attack the tumor.
Learn more at cancercenter.com/Tulsa.
Injured? Let's talk about big insurance. Don't be fooled. Insurance is $1 trillion industry. And you know how they make money. The less they pay, the more they keep. So don't get pushed around by the insurance company. Get Rainwater Holton Sexton on your side. We fight big insurance for the injured people of Arkansas. Let us help you weather the storm. Anywhere in the state, dial 888-8888.
All right, Dan, we have 10 whole seconds.
Yeah, we're watching a complex of storms could move in. There it is on radar. We'll keep you updated. Download our app.
Good reminder. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you back here at 10. Have a wonderful night.